Hi, students. Thanks for joining me for my brief discussion on the Accounting 1110 course syllabus for summer 2015. And again, thanks for joining me. So, on the syllabus, it states my name's Lynette M. Yearberry. I'd prefer if you could just call me Lynette. Professor Yearberry sounds old, and I'm already feeling old enough, so let's go with Lynette. You're welcome to give me a call. My number at work is listed, and my number at home is listed. I don't spend a lot of time on campus during the summer, so it's probably better to call me at home if you would like to get a hold of me. And I'd love to have you call me, so no problem there. I also have an email account. This is the same one I use on my accounting lab, and I monitor it and try to get back to you within 24 hours, so occasionally, sometimes on holidays or something, that gets missed. My office is BB330M on campus, and although I'm not there on a regular basis in the summer, I can be available daily to you if you want to make an appointment. That doesn't mean I want to come in daily. It means if you need to see me, pick a day and call me, make an appointment. There's no prerequisite for this class, and when you start to register on my accounting lab, you're going to get asked for a course ID number. Here's your course ID number, and instructions on how to register are included during our orientation process that you'll be completing. Please note, important note, you can register and begin using a 14-day free trial period of this software, which includes a book. If you haven't purchased a book and have it as of 2 weeks before the class starts. An ebook is included in that bundle. So even if you don't have the funds to get the book, there is no reason to get behind. I'll say it again. Even if you don't have the funds to get the book, there's no reason to not even start early and get going. Our book is Horngren's Accounting Financial Chapters, the 10th edition. It'll also be used for Accounting 1120. This is the last semester we're going to use this book, and we'll do a teach out for fall in 1120. So if you take this semester or next semester and complete Accounting 1110 and 20, you won't need to get a new book. The cheapest way to get this is to buy the book and the access code as a bundle from the bookstore. I think it's around $138, maybe a little more than that now. You can get the textbook for less than $35 if you buy it in this bundle. Most students want a paper copy of the textbook. I can't say that enough. They use it during the test. So if I were you, I would not try to take this class using just the electronic textbook. Comes with my accounting lab. You can read the course description on your own. I know you can read. Let's go to course procedures. This course uses a lot of technology and learning experiences. You'll have interactive tutorials, problem walkthroughs, and a variety of media podcasts. Most homework and tests are going to be completed online. The exception is one comprehensive problem for chapters 1 through 4, and the final exam will be completed by hand. Word on that will follow as we progress through the semester. My course utilizes a read, a watch, and a do approach. You should read related materials. Don't skip that step. Accounting's a man-made science, and it won't be natural to you. You won't know it if you don't read it, maybe more than once. Then watch me do the media, and then do some homework. So that will be our approach. If you get in trouble and you'd like to receive some personal help on a regular basis, head for the accounting lab. It's located on the Redwood campus in BB118. The summer hours are listed there. And the use of the lab is free to Salt Lake Community College students. You can also arrange to get personal tutoring. Just drop in on the lab and they'll show you how to do that. One-on-one tutoring for free. So a bit about the course schedule. The course schedule organizes the whole course for you, and it organizes it together into small bite-sized pieces. I suggest you print the course schedule and follow it. It will save you time, and it will save you effort. It mirrors the Read, Watch, and Do report. So Use it for planning and pacing. There's a separate video, on how the course schedule works and how it relates to my accounting lab. So, homework. Homework assignments are an integral part for success in this course. All homework problems for each chapter are completed on my accounting lab, with the exception of that comprehensive problem. There are 3 attempts per question, and homework's due at 11:59 on the date posted. Homework can be submitted late, but there is a 10% per day penalty, and there are no exceptions to that penalty. You can work ahead and get ahead of my due dates and then make any due date you want apply to you, so there's no reason to miss the due date. Media assignments are signed for each chapter, and they must also, wow, look, I got a lot of yellow there. They must be completed on my accounting lab to receive credit. Links to the media are also on the course schedule for review purposes, so you can review them after you've done them on my accounting lab to get credit. 3 attempts are allowed, and they need to be completed on the same day the homework's due, by 11:59. You can do them late, but they'll be subject to a 10% per day penalty. There are no exceptions to the late policy. Get started 2 weeks early and pick your own due dates, so you shouldn't have any trouble with that. Little note about the media. Okay, I made the media myself. I believe online students need some explanations and demonstrations. There is no plot. The storyline is dry. I try to be amusing at the request of students. Me, I'm not so sure. I'm a comedian. I'm an accountant. My phone rings, my dog barks. I can't edit, so I just make them work. So, I made them for you for free. I didn't get paid a dime. They aren't professional productions, no talking heads. It's just me chatting directly to you. Forgive me if you don't think they're professional, but hopefully you think they're worthwhile. Let's talk about tests. There are several chapter tests and a final exam. Chapter tests must be submitted by 11:59 p.m. on the date shown. They can be taken early. Start early, work ahead of the schedule, then you can have them due any old date you want. Late tests are not allowed except in extreme circumstances. You can't just blow off a test and expect it to open for a 10% penalty. They will no longer open. You'll have to contact me. I'll have to go in and take about 10 minutes and set up a test for you. There's no reason for late tests, especially when you can work ahead, and I suggest you do. I would start immediately if I were you. Final exam. Final exams in person taken at the testing center. You need to receive a score of greater than 50%. If you receive a score of less than 50% on the final, you will fail the course regardless of what your grade would have been, even including that score. It's department policy, so let's study in such a way to learn the material, and this won't be a problem. I have lots of hints on your course schedule that will just take care of this for you, and it won't be a problem. The final exam's completed by hand on paper. So always do the review problems that I have listed on the course schedule at the end of the chapter by hand. You have the key there, and it's good practice. I like you to start early and work ahead and have your own due dates apply, because my due dates are the last day to do it. You can do it anytime. You may work ahead and even finish the course early. If you're in good standing, I'll let you take the final when you're done, even if that's early. Please note, you are expected to work independently on your tests and on the final exam. To do otherwise would be considered academic dishonesty, and I really hate getting into that, so let's not. Here's a description of how you're graded. Notice not all points are equal. Your total homework is worth 20% of your grades. Tests are worth 60%, and the final exam is worth 20%. Use all those weightings on those different scores, and then you can see what your grade will be based on this. There's a results page on my accounting lab. We'll give you a percent of your score to date. You can take that percent and trace it to these grades, so you'll always know where you're at. But remember, you can't receive a score of less than 50% on the final, or you will fail the course. This course has learning assessment done in it. All courses at Salt Lake Community College do. Things that are assessed in this course is your accounting cycle comprehensive problem at the end of Chapter 4, and your ability to comply with generally accepted accounting principles. First 10 questions of the final are used to assess this. I'm required to tell you that, so there you go. We do have an e-portfolio assignment in the accounting department, and more information will be given to you on that as we get closer. ADA accommodations. If you have an accommodation that you need, please contact the DRC Center. Here is their phone numbers and their fax numbers. If this applies to you, please don't wait. Get this done immediately. I already have 2 ADA compliance requests in my possession for summer semester. Sometimes they need to be in place, and the 2 students who have already done it are leaps and bounds ahead of where they would have been if they would not yet have begun that process. So if that might apply to you, get that done. Important note on communications. Communications will take place on the email account that you registered with My Accounting Lab. I'm going to say that again. Communications will take place with the email account you register with on My Accounting Lab. So pick one you're going to check frequently. I send you emails all the time, and they're time sensitive. You're expected to check your email often. You'll miss important time sensitive helpful data if you don't. Also, please use complete sentences and correct grammar in your emails and correspondence with me. Our Program Advisory Committee from the general public, business sector, has asked us to tell you it's a perfect chance to practice writing correctly, and UR and LOL are not acceptable business language. So our department has chosen to request that you communicate with me using capital letters, periods, punctuation, and spell out all words. Thanks for helping me with that. Here's the chapters that we're going to cover in the textbook. Oh, lots of yellow again. Notice we skipped chapter 10, so don't be doing 10 at the end of the semester when you should be doing 11. Here's a little bit of a note about responsibility. Successfully passing this course requires that you take responsibility for completing the material in a timely fashion and that you understand the content. Getting behind is the number one reason for not passing this course. That's why I bothered to make that course schedule. It's not fun to make, but I find that it's useful. Please follow it. It lets you know where you should be and what you should be working on. A couple of notes along this line. Note 1. Accounting is best learned by covering the material at an even pace over a period of time. Cramming does not work. Take small bites one at a time, like the ones I show you on the course schedule, and this course won't choke you. Print the course schedule and follow it. Note 2, really important note. The first 4 chapters of Accounting 1110 contain material that needs to be understood to be successful in all the remaining chapters of this course and in every accounting class you'll ever take. Invest the time needed to learn the concepts in the first 4 chapters, and the rest of the semester will take care of itself. You can't start slow and catch up in an accounting class. And in note 3, work the media and homework assignments. You can submit them late with a penalty, but this rule does not apply to tests. Late tests will only be allowed in extreme circumstances. They make a lot of extra work for me. Each chapter test is worth about 10% of your course grade, and all course due dates are listed on the schedule and on My Accounting Lab. So please, get ahead and pick your own due dates. Good luck, and I hope you have a wonderful semester. I am totally excited that you decided to enroll in my class. Keep in touch, and let's rock this.